everyone. Welcome to Morning Briefing on Aspheric TV, where we give you the trends of the day in Nigeria. Good morning, sweet colleague.
Daniel, good morning.
Good morning. How's your night?
You're looking good today.
Thank
I like
you.
your appearance.
Thank you. At least yesterday I was with an all
natural. Yes.
I went natural today.
Yes.
I'm putting on my
like
wig.
I like that. I like the way you select your dressing.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, let's go to what we have for today. Right now, I will be giving you major headlines from major newspapers in Nigeria. I'll begin with Daily Trust. Troops kill 50 ISWAP fighters in Borno as bandits execute 15 persons in Sokoto, attack Zamfara village for failing to pay levy. Then I move to Daily Independent. Dip in oil output may worsen economy. Analyst says drop may eat into fabric of earnings and forex. Now I will move to New Telegraph. Bandits ready to lay down arms for education, says Gumi. Flood school in Kaduna Grazing Reserve to help curb their violent ideologies. Budget 2022, YMDA's kick against envelope system. Next to the Punch. ASUU threatens fresh strike, says agreed 22 billion naira allowance on paid. Earned allowance not that of an association, education minister says so. Hold government responsible if we go on another strike, says lecturers. I will move now to the nation. Federal government, ASUU on war path over unmet demands. Varsity teachers serve 3-week notice to resume strike. Government implementing pact. I move to Daily Sun. Lagos NSAS panel awards 409.7 million naira to 70 petitioners. Submits report. Heard 186 of 252 petitions. Death of Nigerian in Cote d'Ivoire sparks outrage. FG demands full investigation. Now to The Guardian. Inflation decelerates, defies market realities. I move to Business Day. NCC alerts users as hackers target telcos. Nigerian Tribune. NSAS panel establishes killing in Lekki. Government sets up 4-man panel on white paper. Committee to submit reports in 2 weeks. Treated 235 petitions, awarded 470 billion naira to 70 victims. Now, leadership. Rising hardship. ACF, Ohaneze, Afenifere, others advise FG on way out. Want creative thinkers in cabinet. Poverty, unemployment was in the north, says Jega. Experts call for policy overhaul to curb inflation. We're working to crash food price, says federal government. And that's all on major newspapers in Nigeria this morning. Right now, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we will discuss stories that are trending in Nigeria today. Hello, welcome back. Still on Morning Briefing. Achakaye,
Yes.
I know you love the newspaper so much. Really, what did you find so intriguing about what you've been able to
There
get
are
today?
a lot of stories there that are interesting, and then there are so many, headlines that I saw while going through the newspaper, and I discovered that wow, these are some of the things that Nigerians are really waiting for. Which you have read some of them in the headlines, like the ASUU strike,
Yes.
ASUU giving the notice on why they want to embark on a fresh strike again. So you see, these are common issues that affect the nation productivity, and I believe this is something that the government need to come
Look
in
into,
and and give quick attention to. because this is where our, we can say the citizens are going through to get educated and learn values. And by the time these systems are not checked, government do not pay attention to it, it affects the nation productivity on its own. Okay, because according to the ASUU president, Professor Victor Emmanuel, he's saying that the government should be blamed if they go on strike. So that simply means they had an agreement earlier before now with the government, and the government have agreed that they are going to fulfill the agreement that they had. But now looking at it, government could not meet up with their parts. But the government is saying, that is the Minister of Education, the Minister of Education, that is Chukwu Emeka. He's saying that the ASUU, that is the union, failed to provide a breakdown of what the payment should be like, so that the union failed. So you recall that in 2020, that is in December 2020, the ASUU had a long time break that involved them to go on a strike for about 9 months. So, and in that 9 months,
and it affected a lot of
issues, yes, were at stake as at then. So they had an agreement. There were issues there. The government was talking about the IPPIS, and then why the ASUU decided to come up with a new format to replace the IPPIS, which is the University Transparency Accountability Solution. And then when you look at it, then they had several meetings with the government, including the Accountant General of the Federation, where they had meetings. But at last, it's like the government agreed with the meeting, the resolution made, but the government could not meet up. Now ASUU is threatening to go back to strike. So I believe what the government needs is to address this issue, because the strike is not only going to affect the lecturers, it's going to equally affect the student. With the level of things we are seeing in the country now, if this strike is permitted, I think it's not really setting a good format for the nation.
Yes, it's not good for the students. Really,
it's not setting a good format.
It has really been affecting the students. Looking at the strike that went on last year, and looking at it this year, looking at how far the students have gone this year, even in schools, state universities, federal universities, it has not been good news, because VCs are really rushing students. Look at University of Abuja.
Yes, even this
talking
meeting,
about
talking about University of Abuja.
Talking about University of Abuja. Look at the way the students are being rushed. I mean, there is no way to sit down in class and understand. You have to just do your research.
Yes, and because of the strike action.
Yes, just because of the strike.
Yes, it's affecting the academic calendar has changed. And when you look at it very well now, it's like the system is just set to benefit the private universities.
Of course.
Because by the time the federal schools go on strike, or the state school go on strike, what you have now is what the private university, and those who have money will start flying to what? Other countries to go and acquire this education, so which is very wrong. By the time you apply for visa for education, you see that yes, it is given to you probably on a platter of gold, because they know that you are coming there to invest.
Because when we begin to rush, when we begin to rush in schools like that, we begin to rush our lectures, when we begin to rush the exams and all, the essence of going to school is being destroyed.
That is it. That is why the government need to look at these people pressing needs, because they are complaining of what? The poor infrastructure in this academic settings. So, and the lecturers are saying that they should not be paid as probably people who are running an organization. They should know that they are running institutions, and as such they should be paid according to what they are doing. So I think there is a need for the government to look at this, because even the great politicians that we have today, the great men that we have today, went through this process of learning. And so, in as much as we all went through this process of learning, because I'm also a product of a product of learning. Yes, a product of learning, and as such, we have seen how valuable it is for one to be educated. So there is a need for the government to pay attention to this, union, and make sure that things are working well, so that we can have a formidable state where things work perfectly for good. I think that is the only thing that we really need to set up things really. Academics should be taken seriously as far as I am concerned with this. So government need to pay attention to the cry of the ASUU, or the Academic Staff Union of the universities.
Yeah.
So I didn't know whether you were able to check some of the stories that I was looking at when I checked the NYC, which is still in line with the institution. So where the NYC, National Youth Service Corporation was giving advice to students to always remember their oath of allegiance to the state or to the nation, that they shouldn't forget why they are carrying out their primary, activities or their primary duty. There is a need for them to be focused on what they set out to do and make sure that they achieve it. So they shouldn't see it as maybe they are not serving their purpose.
Because in a time like this, so many people are forgetting, even the youth are forgetting who they are supposed to be in Nigeria because of the problems that we have been passing through. So they find it so hard.
Yes, to believe
and
or to even know their own.
Many youths today want to leave the country because they feel that Nigeria is no land.
Yes, it's not
to make it. Yes, in the point.
At this point is that it become a collective activities. It become a collective duty. In short, it is our own duty. All of us, all hands must be on decks to see how we can make this country a better place. Because if you keep complaining, there's an adage that says that by the time you keep complaining that a particular wood is not generating fire, rather is generating smoke, and you continue to remove, before you know, you will no longer have fire. So if all of us continue to complain that the country is bad, we are not setting up to come together and work as a team, or as good citizens, before you know, it become a problem. It will be as if we have no country. So but we have a country, so there is a need for us to check some of the things that can make this country a better place. Then we collectively harness these things together, and then here we are with a better country. And
so, every year the federal government keeps on deploying corps members every year. We also hope that by the time they finish their 1 year
service,
there should be something that they should be able to fall back
they
on.
Should be remembered for. While falling back on something, you should equally do something that you will be remembered on as a corps member. There are little things you can do in the community where you are serving. I remember when I was serving, I know. So these are some of the things that we corps members must understand as citizens. We citizens must first understand that while living in the state, try and make impact. So while serving and the government is probably now giving you little fund to meet up with certain things, you should also start thinking of how to make impact. That is how you leave good legacy. So it's an avenue for the corps members to leave good legacy.
But not everyone is looking at it that way, because they feel that after 1 year, 1 year serving the country, 1 year of doing this, 1 year of doing that in the name of serving my country, what next? So many people get frustrated by that.
It depends on the plans you have. We know that prices of things are going up. I was discussing with a corps member, and I was telling the corps member, what are your plans after service, and then what do you intend to meet up with the requirements as far as the state is concerned? Or the person was like telling me that prices of things have increased, and as such the money is not enough. I said you can still make do with what you are having. It just depends on your plans.
Bringing me to you just said the prices of things have increased, so that will bring me to the next thing, that Nigeria's inflation rate drops to 15.99%. Seventh consecutive decline in 2021, says NBC. So many things are getting
the NBC, what I don't really understand is what statistics are they using? What instrument are they using to evaluate this ratio that they are giving us, this percentage ratio they are giving us? Because according to them, they are telling us that it has dropped from 16% to 15%.
15.99%.
Okay. So now, but in reality, that is to tell us that the prices of goods are coming down. But in reality, by the time you go to the market, what you see is not what is in the paper. You see that the prices of things are higher. Things are going up. People are finding it very difficult to consume. So these are some of the so these are the issues. So what the NBC is saying is that the prices of things are dropping, but when you go out there, you check it, prices of things are going up. We are aware that even the NMPC and other motor road users, some of them are about protesting that prices of fuels are going up. Yes, that the prices of fuel are going. The prices of petroleum products is going up. Because some motorists are complaining that these prices are going up on the basis of the fact that the NNPC replied on this, that no, the prices of things are not going up, that they are not aware that official price is still maintained. But we know that there are some petroleum stations in Abuja that are not maintaining that prices. Yes, they increased from the normal prices with about 3 naira, and then some of them have started even hoarding, this fuel they are not selling, So these are issues. These are issues. So I don't know the statistics or the tools that NBC is using to, tell us these issues, that they just give us the statistics that prices are going down. So for which in reality is not what we are seeing. Yes,
true. It's not that way. Well, the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on Restitution for Victims of SARS-related abuses and other matters says at least 9 persons were confirmed dead at the Lekki tollgate plaza on the 9th. Soldiers stormed there to disperse and SARS protesters on October 2020. Till now, that's
a sad story.
It's still very saddening to our souls, but the souls of everyone who has left due to that rest in perfect peace.
Amen. Commenting on
I saw that. My heart flew away. I wonder what the Honorable Minister of Culture will say right now. Information, the Honorable Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed. I wonder what they will say right now.
He has issued out, a statement saying that they were gone. I think that they were gone short, but there were no causality.
He said that it's a massacre without bodies.
Yes.
And now, according to what the panel were able to give out, the reports they were able to dish out, 9 people have been confirmed dead from that massacre that happened last year.
And treatment, while others have sustained serious injuries. You see, the thing is that, what is the massacre all about? Can there be massacre without a body? That is the thing. So for there to be massacre, there must be something that is massacred. Okay, so that is it. And then the thing is, whoever that look at that story, no matter how heartless you try to be, inhuman you try to be, you must definitely feel something. Even if the videos we are seeing are doctors, well, let us just still find out. Let us find out and see how doctored they could be, because there are facts on ground that are saying that these things are real. The doctors that were invited, the hospital that these people were treated, some of them confirmed that the bullet that were used were military based,
I really appreciate DJ Switch for standing our ground despite all that were happening. Because her life was really at stake, but she stood her ground.
Definitely.
Even with the fact that she was being pursued, she's still saying it. And now look at it. God is a God that will surely bring out the truth.
At least we thank God that the panel did, their job. They did a good job, and they came up with some resolutions and their submission.
But before that, I would like to read. Yes, I would like, because I read the report. According to the report, 9 protesters were confounded, while 4 were presumed dead. Well, the panel listed 48 names as casualties of the incident. Amongst the 48, about 20 sustained gunshot injuries, while 13 others were assaulted by the military. Well, they also listed the names of, I won't be listening, they also listed the names of those people that were killed. Well, the report also listed one Abiodun Adesoya, Ifeanyi Nicholas Ejitola, and Wisdom as presumed dead. The panel also noted that 96 other corpses were presented by a forensic pathologist at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital by Professor John Oba Funwa. According to the 309-page report, the protesters were allegedly killed by policemen and soldiers. I'll read again. The protesters were allegedly killed by policemen.
Yes. While I was going through the report, I find out that it was asserted that the military men, parked their vehicle at this point where this event happened, and they allegedly carried away the body of those that were massacred.
Bodies, yes.
So while they were killing, they were carrying out the body. So the question now is innocent citizens that were chanting, and
they were singing the national anthem
with the flags.
They were not resisting the military. They sat down, they rose their flags, they sang the national anthem, and you shot them dead. So
the thing is simple. So what we should be looking at now is that since they have been invited to come and submit their own side of the story, so what is necessary now is that if the military and the police knows that their hands are clean, let them appear before the panel and do the needful. That is just it. They should appear and then let them answer to the panel recommendation, and then let us see. From there we can now begin to decide to know if what the panel is saying is true, or what the military and the police are saying is true.
But do you know that? Do you know that what happened? Do you know that what happened can create hatred in the hearts of so many youths, consigning the force?
Yeah. Do
you know that?
Yes. The thing is that the hatred has already been created with the level of what we are seeing on
you deny killing Nigerians that stood for their country.
Yeah, no. The thing is that the event has happened, and what the hatred that we look at, or the injury, or the pains has been caused. What the government ought to do now is to look for a way on how to salvage the situation, or how to ameliorate the.
And they should come out and apologize for all that went that night. For the negative things. I think the federal government, as a Nigerian, I speak. As the youth in Nigeria, I speak, that the federal government come out and apologize for the killings that happened, because they denied.
Yes, definitely. Everybody tried to provide defense. That's just
they denied. I think they should also come out.
Even the federal government probably tried to provide what defense. So, but with the panel report, there is a need for the two parties to meet, the government and the panel. So they should come and then look at what the panel submitted, carry out their verification and see. Okay, then if their hands are clean, we take it.
They've carried out verification.
If it is not true, then we definitely find out.
If it is true, because according to their report, it is confirmed. They confirmed 9 dead from that incident. So it's not about going to search again. What are they going to search again? Do they want to go to Lekki tollgate and look for another camera again?
Yes. Now what?
We demand that they come out to apologize and do what is right. Yes, because they came out to deny the killings that happened that very night.
What you understand now is that the panel has done their submission, they've did their findings. So now what is left is for the federal government now to come out and also answer to the findings, prove them wrong. If they cannot prove them wrong, if they cannot prove them wrong, then the truth will definitely come out.
The truth has come out already. The truth is out.
Yes, with the evidence on ground. Yes, with the evidence on ground, it is not left for the federal government to come out. If the federal government knows that their hands are clean, let them come out. They should come out and look at the matter and say, okay, let us know if this is true or false. But with what is on ground, with the findings on ground, is stating that this appears to be true. But there is a need. Yes, if the federal government knows that if they know that their hands is true, their hands are clean, let them come out, and then they should just come out and then and appear before the panel. Then let them have a balanced ground to this issue. They will definitely find a way to resolve the whole issues. I think that is just it. And I believe that there are some provisions that were made while I was going through the papers. The provision were saying that the plaza where this event happened, the Lekki tollgate plaza, should be turned as a memorial ground for the souls that were lost. Okay, so I saw some of the recommendations that they made there. So and some of these policemen that were involved,
they also recommended that October 20 of every year should be a toll-free day. So now, as long as the toll gates exist.
So what is left is for the federal government to appear and answer to what is here with the findings. Yes, these findings are not from isolation, or they are not from a vacuum. So they are from somewhere. So the federal government should appear and look into it. They should come and answer to it. That is just it. That's just what is there.
And I think also the Minister of Information should come out. Honorable Lai Mohammed should come out and speak and rephrase a sentence that it was a massacre without bodies. But now,
like
we
I
have
said,
confirmation.
There can be no massacre without bodies. There can be no massacre without bodies. So let them come out and
now,
answer
I think
to
he
the
should
query
come out
of the panel.
And
Yes.
speak on this also.
Yes.
As he has said, there was no massacre without, there was a massacre without bodies. But now, it's been confirmed that a massacre really happened.
And has body.
And has bodies. Bodies, blood that will keep crying. I hope their soul rests in perfect peace.
Amen, definitely, by God's grace.
This, do we have something that...
Yes, while I was going through the paper, I went through the sport news and I saw that, yes, we still have something for today. You know I like sport.
I mean, my mood has really changed because I'm Nigerian and I'm a youth and I feel hurt by that news. It has crushed my heart right
anyone in that shoe, whoever that look at that story will feel bad. You understand? Whoever that look at that story will feel bad. It's a history that have come to stay and it will be part of our history. Okay? But we know that everything will be sorted out. And while I was going through the newspaper, I came in contact with sport.
Oh, is that your way to make me smile?
Yes, at least let me make you happy now. I came in contact with sport and I learned that, the Super Eagles are saying that the Super Eagles are to meet with the Cape Verde today. So Cape Verde today, and what is there that they are expecting a draw, but the Super Eagles is telling us that nothing like a draw, that it is a must-win, game. That the game is a must-win, and they are sure of the winning. So and what is there that the coach, Coach Gino, what he needs now is a point to qualify for the knockout, stage. So and I believe that with this, and since it's happening at Lagos this evening, so I strongly believe that it's going to be a win for Nigeria.
Hopefully.
And then Dr. Ghana and DR Congo, Egypt and Mali, Morocco and Senegal are already qualified for the third final roundup. So and then England, as at yesterday, played San Marino 10-0. That is a crazy game in a row.
I just wonder how you feel when you talk about football, because
you just imagine when you scored someone 10-0 in one particular game. How come that this team cannot even score?
You make it seem.
This is a history that happened on the part of this same England club in 1964 when they were playing with United States. So they were able to still meet up with this same record in this 2021. You make 10-0.
You make sports seem as if it's a cup of juice or cup of coffee.
You're sad at least now. Look at sports and now it's making you smile again. So
I'm smiling because your facial expression.
For those of us that see sport with passion, and we see business in sport, so that is just it. So when we hear that sport is coming up, we begin to feel this joy. So very soon I will need to go and watch the match.
We hope for the best for Super Eagles. It's Nigeria, so we hope for the best for Nigeria. Thank you so much for staying with us on morning briefing in Aspheric TV. I remain Dayo Lujimo and my wonderful colleague here, Nathaniel Ajakai. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. See you tomorrow. By God's grace. Bye.